The Formula One world was rocked today as it was revealed that Lewis Hamilton, one of the sport's greatest drivers, is under investigation for allegedly making a secret deal with McLaren, his rival team. The allegations have sent shockwaves through the motorsport community and raised questions about integrity, competition, and loyalty in the high-stakes world of Formula One. It was a day no one saw coming. One of the sport's most decorated figures suddenly finds himself at the center of a scandal that could change the landscape of F1 forever. For years, Hamilton has been synonymous with Mercedes, leading the team to multiple world championships. However, rumors suggest that he may be looking elsewhere for his future. Sources close to the investigation are claiming that Hamilton has been in talks with McLaren to develop a new car setup, one that could potentially compete with Mercedes in ways that no one expected. But this isn't just about car performance, this is about the heart of F1's competitive integrity. The rumors about Hamilton's secret negotiations with McLaren have been circulating for months. It all began during the 2025 season when McLaren, who had previously been struggling to break into the top ranks, showed signs of progress in their car development. A series of impressive results and unexpected podium finishes raised questions about how the team had suddenly improved its performance. Some insiders within Mercedes began to suspect that there was more to McLaren's sudden surge. Was it merely the result of better engineering, or was something else at play? This is when whispers about Hamilton's involvement with McLaren began to surface. The first credible leaks came from an unnamed source close to McLaren, who claimed that Hamilton had been spotted at McLaren's headquarters in Woking, England, late last year. According to the source, Hamilton had attended several private meetings with McLaren's chief technical officer, where discussions reportedly centered around improving car performance and leveraging new technologies. No formal deal was ever made public, but the leaks caused a ripple effect across the Formula One paddock. Hamilton's ties to Mercedes had been so strong for so long that no one could believe he would even consider a move, let alone offer advice to a rival team. Yet, the question remained, could this be more than just speculation? Just days after the leaks emerged, an anonymous whistleblower from Mercedes came forward with claims that Hamilton had been in direct communication with McLaren's team principal about a potential partnership. The whistleblower, who worked in Mercedes' technical department, alleged that Hamilton had been discussing the development of a cutting-edge hybrid power unit that McLaren would use in the upcoming season. This revelation was a bombshell. If true, it would mean that Hamilton, one of the most successful drivers of all time, was assisting one of his team's biggest competitors. The implications for the sport, the teams, and Hamilton's own legacy were profound. Mercedes quickly issued a statement denying any involvement in such a scandal. The team insisted that Hamilton had no role in any negotiations with McLaren and that their driver remained fully committed to the team. However, the silence around the rumors only fueled further speculation. Why was Mercedes so quick to shut down the allegations? Was it to protect Hamilton, or was it to avoid an even bigger scandal from coming to light? The investigation sent shockwaves throughout the Formula One community. Fellow drivers, team principals, and pundits were quick to weigh in on the situation. Some expressed disbelief at the idea of Hamilton, a man who had been synonymous with Mercedes for years, betraying the team and working behind the scenes with McLaren. Others, however, weren't so surprised. The high-pressure, high-stakes world of Formula One is full of intrigue and backdoor deals. If Hamilton was indeed working with McLaren, it wouldn't be the first time a driver has shifted allegiances in search of better performance. But how could Hamilton, a man who had achieved so much with Mercedes, jeopardize it all? Formula One is a sport that thrives on cutting-edge technology. Every team is constantly developing new innovations to gain an edge over the competition, and some of those innovations can be the difference between winning a championship and finishing mid-pack. The most important element of modern F1 cars is their hybrid power units, advanced engines that combine internal combustion and electrical systems to maximize performance. McLaren's new car setup, which is rumored to have been influenced by Hamilton, would reportedly feature a unique hybrid system designed to outperform the competition. If Hamilton had indeed played a role in developing this technology, it could give McLaren a significant advantage over both Mercedes and other top teams. According to the whistleblower, Hamilton's involvement with McLaren was more than just advising on car technology. Sources claim that Hamilton had agreed to assist McLaren in developing their car for the 2025 season in exchange for a significant financial incentive and the promise of a partnership if he were to leave Mercedes. Although this agreement was never formalized in writing, the extent of Hamilton's contributions could not be denied. The question everyone is asking is why Hamilton would make such a deal. Was it about money? Was it about the challenge of working with a new team? Or was it simply a strategic move to ensure that he remained at the top of his game, regardless of his future with Mercedes? Under intense pressure, Hamilton finally addressed the rumors in a public statement. The 39-year-old driver denied any wrongdoing and reiterated his commitment to Mercedes. He acknowledged that he had met with McLaren in a private capacity, but only as part of his personal interest in F1 technology and car development. According to Hamilton, his discussions with McLaren were purely technical and had nothing to do with any future plans to leave Mercedes. Hamilton's statement, while reassuring to many fans, did little to quell the growing storm. The damage had already been done, and the investigation into his dealings with McLaren would continue. Some of Hamilton's fellow drivers have publicly defended him, claiming that he has the right to explore opportunities with other teams, especially when it comes to advancing F1 technology. Max Verstappen, one of Hamilton's biggest rivals, commented on the situation, stating that F1 is a cutthroat world and that every driver should be free to seek out their best interests. However, not everyone was so forgiving. Some drivers have privately expressed disappointment with Hamilton, feeling that he had betrayed the spirit of loyalty that F1 teams expect from their drivers. Mercedes, already reeling from their performance in the 2025 season, now faces a crisis of confidence. The team is struggling to keep pace with Red Bull, and now the scandal surrounding Hamilton has put their relationship with the driver under intense scrutiny. Team principal Toto Wolff has been forced to address the situation in multiple press conferences, reassuring fans that Mercedes' commitment to Hamilton remains strong. But some in the paddock believe that this scandal may have permanently damaged the trust between Hamilton and Mercedes, and that the team may begin exploring other options for the future. There is growing speculation that this scandal could lead to a split between Hamilton and Mercedes. If the investigation uncovers more evidence of a breach of contract or unethical behavior, Hamilton could find himself without a team for the 2026 season. McLaren, meanwhile, is poised to make a move, and if Hamilton decides to leave Mercedes, they may be the first team to extend an offer. The fallout from this investigation could have far-reaching consequences for Formula One, with teams looking to capitalize on the uncertainty and position themselves for success in the future. The investigation into Lewis Hamilton's alleged secret deal with McLaren has brought to light the intense pressure and complexity of modern Formula One. At its core, this scandal is about loyalty, competition, and the fine line between personal ambition and team commitment. As the investigation continues, one thing is certain. This is a story that will have lasting implications for Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes, McLaren, and the sport as a whole. Whether Hamilton's legacy will be tarnished by this scandal remains to be seen, but the truth is that Formula One will never be the same again. Stay tuned as more developments unfold in this shocking tale of betrayal, competition, and high-speed drama.